Meanwhile, in the depths of the great dark beyond, Agramar continued his quest to eradicate all signs of demonic influence. His battles led him from one world to another.
What the hell are you doing?
Oh, I'm rehearsing for the World of Warcraft quiz that we got going on.
We're doing a Bendy quiz, you idiot.
Oh, no! Hey, buddies, this is with DA. I can't do this today, guys.
Yes, you can, and you will.
Hey, hey, buddies, it's Will of DAGames, and welcome to the Bendy and the Ink Machine Trivia Quiz.
Bendy and the Ink Machine is an episodic first-person survival horror video game developed and published by Joey Drew Studios, Inc.
It's honestly great we knew, we got that, because I wouldn't have ever known, honestly. None of us have ever touched it. So, you know, honestly.
Well, I haven't.
No,
you have.
Did I?
You have. You're the Bendy boy. You're the Bendy guy.
I'm sure this quiz will prove that once and for all, won't it? So what are the stakes?
The stakes are if you lose public humiliation. I don't know. I didn't think we'd get this far. I was just like, you know, it'd be fun, Bendy trivia, because I don't know about the Bendy lore, so I'm gonna learn some stuff, but he knows everything, or at least he definitely knows more than I do.
I'll have a burnt and cooked egg thrown at my face in the next video, if whatever happens.
But yes, we have not one, but three different Bendy and the Ink Machine trivia quiz thingy-mabobs. They're sort of like those things that you see your parents take on Facebook. I don't think they end in the whole, oh, you're this guy. It would be weird if Will got anyone other than Grant Cohen.
I don't know. I think I'd be a very good.
You're more of a Boris, I think.
Oh, yeah, probably a bit more of a Boris. There's plenty of me, and I died many times over, and I sit and wonder, but then I gallivant around the room.
Now, what do you think would be the most difficult Bendy question to ask you, where you would just be like, I don't know that one.
Really deep, subtle stuff that is not on base level to the games is probably what I will really struggle with.
Now, what about, there is also the possibility, whatever, that there might be answers to trivia questions on here that are not correct. Because, let's see, this one says it was updated September of last year. There have been 5,073 attempts to do this one. I guess we're going to be 5,074. Let's get right into it. Let's build this machine, boys.
We'll die tonight.
Are you ready for this amazing Bendy and the Ink Machine trivia quiz?
No.
This is one sleek horror game. Would you describe it as such? A sleek horror game?
I'd say it's sleek. I'd say it's lean.
We are sure you are a fan of horrors, aren't you?
I pissed my pants.
Well, we dare you to prove yourself top in the horror game. You might also want to show how bold and fearless you are.
I'm not afraid!
Now,
I pissed again.
Here are some exciting questions from this awesome survival horror video game, which was developed and published by Kindly Beast. Let's see if you can answer most of its questions correctly or not.
I think it was looking for a fact check there. Was it Kindly Beast, or was it recently resigned and went just back to Joey Drew Studios?
Well, at least the Wikipedia says Joey Drew, so I think it wasn't Kindly Beast originally.
No, it wasn't Kindly Beast originally. It was originally just the Meatly, and then it turned into Kindly Beast. And then since then, we've never heard that name. So, yeah. It's just going to be on the chest.
All the best to you, and have fun. We will. Thank you, Timmy198.
We will remember you, Timmy.
And then you just have a, always remember you, as it zooms into the Timmy name.
Yes.
All right, first question. Which gang in number 3 do you have to fight?
Butcher gang.
I assume number 3 is episode 3.
Yeah, it's chapter 3, yeah.
All right, so Butcher Gang. Correct!
Yeah! The correct answer is the Butcher Gang.
Butcher Gang. This implies that in the third number, the player or protagonist has to engage in a fight with the Butcher Gang. Now let's actually read the multiple choice first before we just jump into it.
Okay. Put the specs on. No, take them off.
Yeah. Which of these is an office relic? 1, a stapler. 2, a CD. 3, a ruler, or 4, a hammer.
It's on a toss between CD and a hammer. I believe I'm gonna take a shot in the dark. I'm gonna go with hammer.
It is a CD.
Right, fair enough.
It's considered an office relic because it is a technology that was commonly used in the offices in the past, but has become outdated. Guess that makes sense. It would be a relic.
I was just wondering because of its times, I don't know if CDs were a thing. Wasn't it just vinyls? That's the thing that threw me off because it said CDs. I'm like, huh?
Staplers, rulers, and hammers are still used, so they wouldn't really be considered relics.
You know what? The hammer. I'm mistaking the hammer for like the pipe that you whack with. That was no hammer.
Who is the villain in Chapter 3? Boris, Alice Angel, Bendy, or Joey Drew?
Batman. Alice Angel.
Correct!
I would have like shot my foot if I'd have known that was wrong.
Chapter 3 of the story, the villain is revealed to be Alice Angel, and she be dummy thick.
Oh.
Who do you think plays Bendy?
Wait, who do you think plays Bendy?
Yeah, that's what it says. Who do you think plays Bendy? Alice Angel, Sammy Lawrence, Joey Drew, animated?
Yeah, that now it's like it's not objective. It's more of like a what do you think? So if they say it's wrong, they're speaking objectively. For a second
this is
here.
An odd question.
Yeah, it's odd. Gosh, I want to say animated. No,
it's Sammy Lawrence.
I wasn't even thinking Sammy.
He is one of the characters in the game, Bendy the Ink Machine. He is a musician and composer who worked at the fictional animation studio. Throughout the game, Sammy Lawrence plays a significant role. This seems...
Joey also does.
They're talking about Sammy, right?
Yeah, they're talking about
the long, skinny guy.
Yeah,
right?
Sammy Lawrence is the guy with like the Bendy mask on,
right,
and stuff like that.
Yeah.
See, if you just said that, that might have made sense. But they went and said, "Oh, a very prominent character," but Joey's a prominent character too. So it's like the main reason you're even there, you know?
It's worded as if it's like debatable.
Yeah.
But there's a correct answer. That's an odd way to imagine that on Who's Line. It's like, well, what do you think?
Yeah. Great question. I don't.
Who is the main character you control as you navigate through the eerie animation studio? Joey Drew, Sammy Lawrence, Boris the Wolf, or Henry Stein?
That I'm gonna have to say it's gonna have to go to Sarah Jessica Parker.
Well, that's not on there. So what's your second guess?
I guess I'm gonna have to say Henry Stein. Yes, it's the character who plays controls throughout the game as you explore the studio and cover its mysteries.
I mean, it makes sense. All the other characters are characters you encounter, so why would they be the guy you're controlling?
Exactly.
Which tool is used to harvest dark ink in Chapter 3? A pipe, a syringe, a wrench, or a sickle?
Wait, let me go back. So harvest the dark ink.
I want to ask, do you know what any of these things are?
Yes, I know some... Wait, the syringe? Yes, I know what a syringe is.
Yeah, syringe is like, a booster shot thing. A sickle is what a farmer uses to cut crops, or more famously, it's the weapon of the Grim Reaper.
It is the least likely thing in Chapter 3. Unless you haven't played the game, then it might be the most popular one, depending on what sadism level you are. I am torn between... I honestly think it's the syringe.
You are correct. It was the syringe. Used to harvest ink in Chapter 3. A syringe is commonly used to extract fluids. Makes sense.
Because I was almost crossing hairs with Dark Revival, where your pipe or wrench, I think it is the pipe, it's like a multi-tool.
I was thinking wrench, because I could have also seen a wrench like, undoing something.
Yeah. To be fair, the game relies dependently on like normal tools being used with magical purpose, so it's not far off to assume that it could be a wrench.
What was Bendy created of? Paint, mercury, ink, or lava?
Heart of stone! Heart of stone is Bendy! Here's the stone! Actually, I can say that because there are some stone statues in the... No, I'm kidding. It's the ink. Nah.
Yes, he was created with ink. Anyway, next question. What chapter did Boris first appear in? Look at this lens flare that's happening right now.
Yeah, I'm looking at that. It's like Joey's trying to channel...
Superhero.
Joey's trying to channel himself into you.
Get out of here. What chapter did Boris first appear in? 1, 2, 3, or 4?
It was 1. I remember fondly.
Incorrect.
Shut up. No. It was in 1. Boris was there. Boris was right there. I'm calling bullshit.
Editor, fact check that. God, this
please
fucking lens flare. I don't even know where it's coming from. The blinds are closed. I'm gonna block the sun. My plan has failed.
Oh my gosh. No, but still, that quiz. Like, what the hell? Boris is right there in the first chapter. He's dead.
But is he addressed by name?
It could have been another Boris. But then the wording of that question, you know? Because, yeah, if you want to say, like, chapter 2, like, you see the soup thing goes, like, at the very end, it's just like, come on, I know you're behind there. And then Boris comes out and he goes, Boris?
The question is rated 3 thumbs down out of 2 thumbs up.
It's bullshit, right? Yeah.
Well, I'm going to give you half a point for that one, at least.
Thank you, yes.
Which of these is Bendy's movie? Doesn't he have a couple movies?
Bendy's movie. Yeah, there's a couple, but they're like character-based.
Anyway, Little Devil Darling, Alice in Bendy Town, Bendy with Boris, or Cool Devil?
I want to say Bendy with Boris. There was like a little movie that was there, but because a lot of people say Little Devil Darling, but I think that was Alice Angel's movie. Because technically Bendy's in all of them, I would have imagined. But I'm going to say Bendy with Boris.
Incorrect. It's Little Devil Darling. You were correct to think that.
What the Then Bendy's in all of them. What the
It is the only option that directly includes Bendy's name. The other options may have elements related to Bendy, such as Alice in Bendy Town and Bendy with Boris, but they do not specifically mention Bendy as a main character. But his name is in the titles.
Yeah, Bendy's movie is called Little Devil Darling because it is the only option that directly includes Bendy's name. I don't know if you're quite mistaking this, friendo, but Bendy is not in what you wrote out as one of the choices in the answers. Otherwise, it would have been Bendy in Little Devil Darling. Timmy, I'm disappointed in you, Timmy. I'm very disappointed in you. I was remembering you. What's happening here?
Well,
I'm trying not to be
last
mean.
Question. Which character looks like Goofy from Mickey? Oh, come on, even I know this. It's Boris.
Yeah,
come on, man.
it's Boris.
Come on.
I got over
Bravo.
average.
Wow, yay.
Yay. Bastards.
Your score, Will, is 60 out of 100. I'm still going to say 65 out of 100 for that other question. That was kind of bullshit. So 65 out of 100. How do you feel?
No, I am so mad because yes, there's like 2 there that I went, okay, yeah, fair enough. But the other ones were based off of the subjectivity and the way they were written. That's not it. That's not it, Chief. That's not it. I don't know why I'm getting mad when I've got other things to research, you know. I'm currently reading World of Warcraft's Chronicles here. I got a lot to do, and I clearly researched the wrong book.
We gotta brush you back up on your Bendy knowledge. So with that in mind, we'll have our next Bendy and the Ink Machine trivia quiz thingy-mabobber.
Oakley dokley.
How well do you know Bendy and the Ink Machine? It's pretty easy, or at least that's what they're claiming. This one is created by Gibby Baconson.
All right.
And that better be a username, otherwise anyone with the last name Baconson has 1 life.
We're depending on you, Gibby. We're counting on you.
What's Bendy's full name? Bendy? Other? Bendy the Devil Darling? Or Bendy the Dancing Demon?
Dancing Demon.
All right.
Yeah.
As someone I haven't gone through these quizzes, obviously. These are first impressions. So I don't know if that green means it's correct or that's just...
You know, it helps me understand that. What is it? It was Try Hard Ninja's song. He was like, whoa, the dancing demon. You like that one. I remember that one. That's what makes me think, oh yeah, Bendy is the dancing demon.
Number 2, what is Boris's full name? Boris the Wolf, Boris the Dog, Boris, or other?
The wolf. I remember that.
What are the 6 items you need to collect in the first chapter? A Boris plush, pen, microphone, projector tape, Bendy cutout, and a can of bacon soup, or an inkwell, a Bendy plush, gear, record, wrench, the illusion of living.
It's the latter. That's it. Right. There we go. I remember that.
In which chapter do you first find the axe? 3, 1, or 2?
2. Yeah, because it's at the very end, actually. You have to chop the wood to get through and everything.
Who said this? Why, with enough belief, you can even cheat death itself. Now that is a beautiful and positively silly thought.
That was
Henry, Sammy, Joey, or Susie?
That was Joey. I remember that.
Oh, yeah, Alice Angel. Who originally voiced Alice Angel? Sammy Lawrence, Susie Campbell, Allison Pendle, or Joey Drew?
Susie Campbell.
Wasn't it? I was going to say, it's Susie Campbell, right?
Yeah,
I remember that name.
Yeah, Susie Campbell. I remember the tragedy of Chapter 3. I remember that.
Why does Alice Angel want to take Boris? To lure in Bendy? Other? To be beautiful again? Or to have a friend?
To be beautiful again. Remember that?
Oh, yeah, little guy. Oh yeah, a little scamp.
He's a little scamp.
In Snow Sillies, what killed the snowman? Adding a carrot nose, adding a top hat, or Bendy just straight up murdered it?
Oh, I've not seen Snow Sillies. Oh, wow. This is an interesting one. These are the things, like the deep stuff that's not base level. Oh, Snow Sillies.
What is Snow Sillies? Is it like
Snow Sillies will be... Snow Sillies, I believe, was one of their Christmas videos. They did like every now and then they posted like a short sketch of Bendy animated stuff to kind of like, it's the little things of like, you saw that like Mickey Mouse had shorts and all of that. These were just them. I believe it was for a winter season. But I'm going to say, I don't think Bendy straight up murdered it. I want to think that it was an accident. So I'm going to say the carrot nose. Yeah.
Well, again, we don't know if that's correct.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Does Ink Bendy have a neck?
Well, does he?
Which one, though? Because...
I guess the one in the picture?
If it's that one in the picture, yes.
According to common sense, around how old is Henry during the time that the game takes place? 20, 30 to 40, or 50 plus?
30 to 40.
Incorrect.
Oh,
it's 50 plus. Okay, so now we know you've been getting the answers correctly.
Yeah. So I've been the answers have been correct. All right. So that's one wrong.
And the final question. Which member of the Butcher Gang do you meet first? Fisher, Piper, or Stryker?
Piper. Yeah, I remember Piper. It comes out of the...
You did way better on this one than the last one.
Yeah, well, see, this is what I mean. Like, that one was... Apart from the part, it was like, according to common sense. It's not common sense, I'm afraid, Chief. Like, there's nothing about that.
It's nice to meet you, my fellow Batum fangirl fanboy. Hey, you're a fellow Batum fanboy.
Yeah, I learned about it all from the Winter Scorn War.
Put that book down already. All right. So far, you got I guess 65 is like a passing grade for the first quiz. This is definitely, at the very least, an A, because we only missed one question. How do you feel about this one compared to the other questionnaire?
This one's a hell of a lot better worded. The other one relied on subjectives. Timmy, I thought I had it in you. Gippy, you did good. And it's not because I did better in this one. I have to put that. I know it's going to look like that. It's not because I did better in this one.
Biased. And now we're on to the last one. In this one, we have to enter a name.
George.
One of 6 questions. Oh, this one's shorter. What happened at the end of Chapter 1? Bendy knocks you out. Memories flash back to you and you pass out. Boris tries to kill you. Or you fall and hit your head.
Memories flash back.
Correct.
Yeah.
Great job. Yeah.
I fucking know that.
Even I was struggling because I'm like, I've only ever played the first chapter of the game. And admittedly, it was just so I could get some footage.
The reason why I know that is because I literally, in my Let's Plays, I used to be like, time for bed! Because, like, the game was a time for bed and wake up simulator for a lot of it.
After the update, Chapter 1 is completely different. True or false?
Define completely different, though. That's the fucking thing.
I guess, did they change anything from its initial release to, like, the update?
Yeah. Because they did change stuff with Bendy. Like, they made him... Yeah.
Correct.
I remember because I went back to it when I was doing a full game playthrough.
Who appeared at the end of Chapter 2? Bendy? Boris?
Dr. Robotnik!
Or Sammy?
I can't reach my fingers! See, okay, remember the first quiz where it talks about, like, Boris, who appeared at the end of Chapter 2? Yeah, you could call that and go like, yeah, well, he says Boris here. Yeah, but he was also in the first one.
Isn't he strapped to a table in the first chapter?
Yeah, he was strapped up and his heart was open.
But they don't say his name.
Yeah, but there are multiple Borises. Who knows that even if we play with the same concurrent Boris throughout the entire game, you know?
Because correct me, in the second chapter, like in a live Boris just shows up at the end, and you're just like, Boris?
Yeah.
So
and then in chapter 3, you find out they're all clones. I think what
they were saying. I love that we're still on this one question. This has gotten really under your skin.
It has.
But it's I get it because it's a technicality of, well, that Boris is alive and he carries over in the chat because doesn't chapter 3 open with you sitting at a table with him? I guess that's what they're saying, even though it's like, well, Boris technically is in the first game. He's just stripped for parts.
Which is funny because Boris. at the end of chapter 2, it's so funny because you're like, it cuts to black and it just goes, Boris? And then in chapter 3, you wake up from a haze. So what happened? Did he just knock you out cold or something? Or did you just pass out and faint like, time for bed?
Wouldn't you faint if the thing that you saw, dissected just...
I don't know. I just would have thought that should have been like more shown if they didn't want to.
Hey, I don't make the games.
Yeah, no, I'm not telling my. Yeah, I know.
But anyway, Boris is correct. So next question.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I know blank. They're now blank yourself. Footsteps 3. Type the missing words into the fields. Is this a quote?
Yeah, we're gonna have to skip this one because I've never seen this.
Because correct me, in the second chapter, like in a live Boris just shows up at the end, and you're just like, Boris?
Because yeah, if you want to say like chapter 2, like you see the soup thing goes like at the very end. It's just like, come on, I know you're behind there, and then Boris comes out and he goes, Boris. I always come back. I know he's there. Now show yourself. I always come back.
After the update, Boris was still dead on the reanimating table. True or false?
True.
Ink creatures attack you. Yes or no?
Oh, yeah, okay,
Correct.
fair enough. Yeah. I was going to mistake them for the lost ones because there are some that just will be like, oh, God, I don't want to do
75%.
Yeah, not bad. Not bad at all. There's some.
But I want to know what that Mad Lib thing was.
Yeah.
Look it up. Look it up now. I'm curious.
Oh, you know what it probably was? Oh my God, it was the end quote chapter. So is that, I know you're there, come out and show yourself. Boris comes in and he goes, Boris? We were literally talking about it. Why didn't we think that?
But yes, you got a 75% out of a possible 100. Hey! And we have just taken not 1, but 3 different Bendy and the Ink Machine trivia questionnaire thingy-bobbers.
And the conclusion is, I probably know more than your mom. At the very least.
That's fair. That's probably a great metric of which to measure your knowledge of a independent survival horror game.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not Bendy has been a massive part of our lives. Like, we've done some great songs for it. We've received so many great pieces of appreciation from the community. It's been fantastic, but we're not solely in there. We're always gallivanting into other franchises, so sometimes things don't stick. Like, I mean, if you've not noticed, I'm heavily into Warhammer 40k and currently reading Warcraft.
In case you didn't realize, Will has other interests.
Yeah, and I probably know a hell of a lot more about that. Maybe the next time do like a Warhammer quiz and see how I do with that.
God, yeah.
But otherwise, yeah, this is Bendy. No, this is not Bendy. But Bendy has been in our. If it was going to be Dark Revival, I might have struggled a bit because I'm not because it's a much bigger game with a lot more loose ends. I'd argue the Ink Machine has a lot more like heavily ingrained iconic moments in there that really demonstrate themselves. Not saying that Dark Revival doesn't. They're more cinematic. See, with the movie coming out, that makes a lot of sense now. Yeah, this was an eye-opener that I don't know a whole lot about it.
Well, you definitely I know more than came out better than I expected. Like I expect you to be a little rusty, but no, you're still like, no, it's this.
Yeah. I remember this. I remember a lot of it. Although, again, I'm really annoyed that there was some that were like purposefully vaguely said. And it threw us off. I really want to know.
Well, I mean, they can't all be straightforward.
I really want to know.
Have to be challenging
from people without blowing up, without getting mad, guys in the comments. Try and refrain your anger. I know elitism is kind of a big thing, but try and tame your anger and maturely mention in the comments whether I actually got that right or not, or there might be something to come from it. I really want to know, like what everybody else thinks. That'd be interesting. But otherwise, yeah, this was the 3 Bendy quizzes. And I did all right. And if you're all right, click like and subscribe and share with your friends and family, maybe your dog. Check out DAGames Official on Twitter for music and for newest information on A, music, B, animations, C, live streams, and all that. True or false?
False.
I'm Will of DAGames, and I don't feel okay anymore. So, and this is Chris. And we played.
Follow me on Twitter.
We did the Bendy.
Twitter name.
There it is. There it is. There it is. Follow me on Instagram. That's the
only thing I use.
Follow me on Instagram. Will DAGames Ryan. I'm right there as well. I'm Will. This is Big Chris. We played. We quizzed ourselves with Bendy, and we shall see you very soon.
Knowledge is power.
Knowledge is power. So said the fallen title of the Titan.
Put that book down.